And welcome back to Wachusett Student Media page. I'm your host, Sam Landivar, and tonight I will later be joined by my co-host, Viola, but for now I'm here to commentate for you guys and bring to light the fact that we're here with the girls Wachusett basketball team, and tonight we're going to have the unveiling of the banner.
Wachusett finished its incredible season 24-1 and became the first girls basketball team from Central Mass to win a Division I state title since St. Peter Marion in 1984.
Did you hear that, folks? 1984 was the last time a Massachusetts Central Division I high school was able to win it all.
Now, in celebration of this historic achievement, we welcome our school and community to witness the unveiling of our state championship banner. Captains, would you please step forward and unveil our banner, which will mark this amazing achievement?
Jay Scott and Sophie Gibbons are now going to unveil the banner. Here we go. Oh, and there we are, folks. Massachusetts Division I state champions girls basketball from last season. That's just one hell of an accomplishment. In all honesty, folks, I think they're going to go back and win it all. They quite literally have a stronger team than last year. It would just be a complete shame if they didn't make it again this year. And I truly believe they will.
I can't wait for when they do this for football.
Great joke, Brogan.
It's not a joke. I appreciate you.
And now they're playing We Are the Champion by Queen. Great song. Really sums up the fact of what this girls basketball team is, which is, well, hell, they're champions. Couldn't have said it better, or the song couldn't have said it better. But tonight, they will need to keep their winning streak going by defeating the Leominster girls team. Now Leominster. Here's a team that...
If you are able, would you please rise and remove your caps?
Well, I will finish my little spiel about Leominster right after the playing of our national anthem. And there you heard it, folks. Playing of our national anthem.
Sam, watch out. Are you coming, Sam? Yeah. Are you coming?
No.
At this time, let's meet the starters. First, for the visitors.
Alrighty, now that we're back here, folks, I'll be joining you here for this first half, but after I'll let my co-host here, Viola, take the lead. But First, Viola, I just wanted to ask you, at least for football, I know that Wachusett and Leominster, it's got to be one of the biggest rivalries. It goes up there with our rivalry with St. John's and our rivalry with Shrewsbury, but, Leominster, considering that they're, to say the least, they're pretty good at sports, that rivalry, it's the strongest it's been in years. And, would you like to comment on that or, say how important this win is for the morale of Wachusett?
It's definitely a big game for Wachusett. There's definitely a rivalry here, especially for some of the younger players. The travel teams of these two schools have had a big rivalry for as long as I know. So there's definitely a very competitive element we can expect from this game today.
Definitely, I'd have to say that. But I know that you were telling me before the game that they are appearing a little weaker this year. What would you have to account that to?
Definitely losing some stronger upperclassmen. They welcomed in a ton of younger classmen as well, though, but you can't really build back the experience those older players give you, so we can definitely expect to see a lack of maturity this game from Leominster, I think.
No, yeah, definitely. I mean, with this Wachusett team, we do see a lot of sophomores on the roster, so there's definitely nothing wrong with a young roster. It's just a matter of the fact of, is the talent there? And I guess we're going to have to see that tonight.
Definitely. We know with Wachusett the talent is there, so it really comes down to how this Leominster team reacts to what Wachusett brings every game.
Alrighty. Let's see it here. And just to bring to light here, folks, we do have a pretty packed crowd here tonight, just so you can see. Our student section's definitely booming. Tonight is going to be silent night, so if you don't hear too much cheering at the beginning of this game, just let it be known it's for that reason that they are staying silent until I believe the 10th point. Is it? 10th point, yes.
Leominster wins the tip here, which you don't normally see the opponents versus Wachusett winning that jump. So not the greatest start Wachusett could have expected today.
Tegan got knocked around there a little bit at the beginning.
Addison Keenan is off with the 3, but Anaya gets the rebound anyways. She tries again and airballs this time. Sophie Gibbons to take it up the court, which we've been seeing a lot more from her this season. As she passes to Hannah
Quinn for 3, and it's a little off. Now, Viola, I do have to ask you this. So, throughout the league, I can say that we see a lot of male head coaches, but Leominster over here, they do have a female head coach, and especially for women's basketball, would you say that makes a difference with anything, with either the type of experience that she can personally offer from, most likely her having played basketball back in the day or anything like that?
I definitely think a female coach can bring that knowledge that a male coach simply can't get. The women's and the men's game is very different, even though it has mostly the same rules. So having that experience can definitely be helpful, but Coach Ox has proved that doesn't make a difference for him.
Quinn dribbling around, pass it to Lamfer. Lamfer over the middle. Ooh, and it's balled around by Yerkes.
Wachusett continuing their press that I saw at Shrewsbury, and I believe the game before they definitely used it a lot more, trying to slow down the advance of the ball and maybe cause a few turnovers early on here. As Lamford does just that. Scott taking it up the court. Gibbons in the corner.
Gibbons for 3. And it's a little off, but Quinn tries to go for the rebound. She gets the rebound again. Gives it to Yerkes, and Yerkes gets it for 2.
Regardless of Silent Night, it's definitely not quiet in here.
Ooh, ball's balled around, and Scott gets the loose ball. Ooh, but then passes it out to Gibbons, and Gibbons bobbles it out of bounds. It's going to be the Devils' ball.
Lemansky into Kasengi.
Oh, but ball is stolen by Lamford. Lamford dribbles it up, tries to get the layup. Oh, and she gets it! She's just, I gotta say, she's dirty with that layup. From all the girls' games that I've gone to, she's just disgusting with that layup. Always gets it.
She's definitely able to finish through contact, which as a smaller player is a big skill to have, but she's really mastered it. As we can see, she forces Leominster to call the timeout with 5:40 left in the first quarter.
Yeah, and I feel like usually when she follows through with that layup, she'll get the layup, and then on top of that, she'll get the foul, which, I mean, if she makes both her free throws, that's going to be 4 points right there.
I mean, she has a very unique skill set for a guard, especially. She's able to finish, and it's almost better than her shooting, which you rarely see, but she's really shown a lot of work on her craft through that.
Yeah, well, I always say there's never shame with just getting 2 points. Because, those threes, you're putting more of a risk out there shooting for that three. So, those layups, those are safe shots in basketball. Those are the shots that any basketball player will tell you that's an easy shot. That's like 99, we make it 99% of the time, so no problem with those.
The percentage definitely goes down for any player the farther you get from the basket. So if you can get those high percentage shots, you're going to win basketball games, plain and simple.
Unfortunately, she does not make the free throw there, but Leominster has the ball now, dribbling it up. They lose control of the ball a bit.
That's Keenan there with the 10-second violation.
Violation there on Leominster. It's going to be Wachusett ball, and it looks like Gibbons is going to pass it in here. Lamford dribbling up. Getting a pick set by Scott. Passes it out to Quinn. Quinn up. Tosses it, but she does not make it. Leominster gets the ball. Tosses it out. Oh, but it's stolen by Scott. Yerk is up for the layup, and she gets it. We're at 8 points here, folks. I can see that student section is just itching to start screaming. Leominster ball, they're going to toss it in here. Oh. Ooh, and it looks like 42 is going to called out for wearing earrings. That's a tough one. Ever happened to you?
Not to me, but I've seen girls play whole games with earrings, so I'm surprised the refs noticed this time.
Well, stadium pulse is definitely high here, so no mistakes to be made.
Kinsege, guarded by Gibbons, to Keenan. And Lamford takes it yet again.
Lamford going to toss it to Quinn. Quinn with the layup. Ooh, but she barely misses it. Leominster going to dribble it up here. Scott going to try to stop that. And she does.
Layups there from Anaya, guarded by the two tallest players.
Gibbons tosses it up to Quinn. Quinn back to Gibbons. Gibbons up the key. She shoots. And she scores! And that's the student section I know, folks. They are up and about now. Leominster with the ball. Dribbling it up. Pass to the outside. Dribbles it back to the center. Scott getting physical. She gets the ball. Scott dribbling it up. She dribbles up. Goes for the two. And it bounces right in. Wachusett 12, Leominster 0 with 4 minutes here on the clock.
Lemansky screen there. Switches off of Hannah to Scott, who's definitely playing some aggressive defense as she pokes it away and Gibbons recovers it. and she takes it all the way to the basket.
Yeah, Viola, I think we can definitely tell already. This Leominster team is it's getting beat up. Wachusett's really playing this physical defense here, and it's matching up amazingly against this Leominster offense, and getting all these turnovers.
Definitely a younger Leominster team with only 3 seniors, so you can kind of tell they're not used to playing this aggressive Wachusett team as Scott gets the block there.
Gibbons dribbling it up here, passes it outside to Lamfer. Lamfer back to Gibbons. Gibbons 2-point line, under to Yurkis. Yurkis gets the rebound, tries to shoot it again, but she cannot get it. Did she pull a foul here? Yes, she did. Yurkis here for the free throw. See what she can do. And she gets it. Now for her second. Oh, and it just bounces right off the back there. Leominster tossing it around. 21 dribbling up here. Gibbons on the defense. Trades it off to Quinn.
Here, Madeline Bonanno will go to the line for a free throw. Looks like Ruth Marcel and Lucy Gibbons are ready to check in here as Wachusett's up 15-0 on Leominster, and it's going to stay that way as she misses her first free throw. Yurkis and Scott check out now, so losing a lot of size and your best player, but bring Lucy in, who will bring lots of energy for sure.
And Leominster gets their first point of the night. Gibbons going to dribble it up here. Gibbons for 3, and she does not get it. Leominster tossing it around. Oh.
Amazing behind the back pass there, but Kentucky cannot finish the layup.
Fortunately, that effort was blown to pieces. Gibbons dribbling up here. Tosses it to her little sister for 3. She just barely misses it. Now, Viola, I got to ask you a quick question here. This Leominster team, they're really struggling, and from what you've been able to see so far in this game, what do you think they'd have to change so far in order to really put up a good fight against this Wachusett offense?
They definitely need to organize their offense more. I mean, they're not getting anything set up, and just every player is trying to do their own thing, and you can tell with how disorganized they are. But I also think they needed to get it to Reagan Murphy, who had 22 points in their game earlier this year. So if they can get her going, there might be a glimpse of hope for Leominster. Lucy Gibbons there is called for the blocking foul on Bonanno.
Yeah, I really gotta agree with what you were just saying, Viola. This Leominster team, I don't know, they look kind of just unorganized, lost. I don't really know how else to explain it, but they've taken a quick timeout here, and so will we. But we will be right back with you, folks. And we're back here. Leominster trying to figure something out here. Dribbling it around. They look a little frantic.
I believe that was a foul on Lamper. She clearly doesn't agree with it, but Yankee will go to the line.
So far, Leominster's only points are from free throws. Let's see if they can continue that. And they do. That's their second point of the night.
Free throws are definitely a way for a team to open up scoring. So if they can continue making them, which doesn't seem like they can, even though it's a lane violation here. So she will shoot again. That is definitely what you don't want to see for Wachusett, giving them another chance to get an easy point.
Yeah, you know, it's the best thing for Wachusett not to get cocky. You're up 13 points, but that doesn't, you know, basketball, it's a constantly changing game. You can be cocky 1 second being up 13, and then next thing you know, you guys are tied. So it's just important that they get a generous lead before they start even thinking about showing off.
Definitely an early lead like this, these don't, if it's against a good team, these leads don't typically last. So the real comparison can begin, I'd say, in the second half. See what the score is then, and then Wachusett can start to play a little more confidently.
Quinn for three!
On the other side, Banana scores a layup. If Hannah has been in a bit of a slump recently, I'd say. Her threes aren't falling as well as Lamper gets fouled, but shots like that, especially difficult ones, can definitely get her going, which is what this team needs. Yurkis and Scott check back in for Marcel and Lucy Gibbons, so ending this quarter here with your starters as the shot clock is off with just 25 seconds left.
Yeah, you know, I pre-calc with Quinn, and I can say that definitely all that math be stressing all of us. So good to see that it's not, or she's not letting it affect her shot.
I mean, I had Spanish with Hannah last year. She's very nice, but last year was her first year starting, so you could definitely tell she wasn't as confident. Sophie there makes the shot after the buzzer, so it won't count, but at the end of the first quarter, Wachusett is up 20-4. Definitely showing that they know the stakes of this game. Huge crowd here, rivalry game, and they're capitalizing on it as they open up a 16-point lead here.
We'll be right back with you after this quarter break, folks. And we're on to the second quarter now, folks. Leominster trying to, you know, take a strong start here, being very quick. But all that confusion's really not going to help them.
I mean, Wachusett already has 7 steals in this game, so their defense is really stressing on this Leominster team as they turn it over again here, and Wachusett looks on the offensive end. Yurkis to Gibbons.
Gibbons for 3, and it's off.
Quinn the rebound. Gibbons from the mid-range, but she's blocked this time. featuring Murray here, both Scott and Wynn.
Going to be a jump ball there.
And Wachusett gets it back, so definitely a worthwhile effort. Kinsenge checks back in for Saborin. Scott, the top of the key. Looking to drive, but instead turns it over as she tries to pass it into Yurkis. Definitely a lot of turnovers overall, but this is more turnovers than I'm used to seeing this Wachusett team have, so overall a very messy, scattered game, you could say.
Yeah, you know, we've been seeing that in this game so far. Scott's been getting a lot of the turnovers for Wachusett, but she hasn't necessarily made dividends off those turnovers. I don't know if she scored any points so far.
I mean, there they go again, turning it over, but it's even a turnover without a bucket on the other end is still worth it, because every turnover adds to the pressure that this Leominster team will face, and they can definitely start compounding, like we've seen. The more turnovers they get, the easier they seem to come, as a simple travel there by Banana.
Yeah, it definitely does raise the pressure for Leominster and cause them to make more flaws.
See Lamford being pressured here in the backcourt, but Yankee fouls her. Maya Mazares checks in here for Hannah Quinn, as Gibbons elects to take the ball up the court, this time facing the pressure from Leominster. Here Maya turns it over on a travel, so definitely a back and forth game with quick changes of possession tonight. Kinsenji. Now we've Addison Keenan. It's actually two Keenans on this
Scott
team.
there with the steal. Scott dribbling it up for the layup, and she gets it.
Hopefully that'll get her going tonight. Definitely not producing as much as she did the last few games, but still contributing on the defensive end like
Leominster here to throw it in. They go to the outside. Ooh, under the legs there. Tosses to the outside. Now to the middle. Dribbling around. Goes for three. Ooh, and that one looked good, but unsuccessful. Lamford dribbling it up now. Is she going to get her layup? And there she does. It looks good.
that was a beautiful Euro from Lamford. Definitely one of her most flashy plays, but most effective as well. She's able to get around two defenders there and finish the game.
Leominster tossing it in again here.
Kisenji
Going
in
to dribble
the
up the
paint.
key. Ooh, but they cannot make that two there. Scott, long ball to Lamford. Lamford toss it to Gibbons, and Gibbons with the layup. That's going to bring 26-4, or 26 Wachusett, Leominster 4, and with 5 minutes left on the clock here, folks.
That was maybe a perfect play from Wachusett. Long pass by Scott to get it up the court quickly, and then a simple bounce pass to avoid the block there as Gibbons finishes.
And you see what I love most about that play is the fact that Lamford could have just gotten another layup there, but she chose to pass it to Gibbons, sharing the wealth, but also, getting the whole team involved.
I mean, point guards are definitely one of their main priorities is passing, and that's something that when
Scott with the
Lamford
steal.
does it, she does it well.
And Scott with another layup. There she is, making her dues.
Now,
And
that's definitely something. The past few games I've been to, one, she had almost 30. The last game was at Shrewsbury, and she played excellent. So, seeing her kind of come out of her shell here is the way she's been playing recently, and one of the ways, in my opinion, she is the best player in the state right now.
the best in the state.
That's what I believe.
It's impressive.
Up to Viola standards, of course.
I mean, you don't really have a lot of players who have the athleticism Scott has, the court vision. She can shoot, she can drive, she has every skill you could possibly look for, and that's what a well-balanced player is the best player in my opinion, so that's why I think she's definitely up there for the state.
No, definitely, I agree. Leominster here to toss it in.
Senji, Lemansky taking it up. Keenan looking to screen, but she's just being rejected. Kasengi. Another steal for
Scott just throws it up there, but unsuccessful for a pass.
Kelly through traffic loses it, but Lemansky gathers it back.
Leominster just letting the ball run around there a little.
Right as her rolls off her foot into a backcourt violation, we watch Wachusett ball yet again.
And Gibbons is here to toss it in. Just going to toss to Lamfer. Lamfer going to be slow to dribble it up. You know, take her time. Waste that clock. Tosses it out to Messier. And she does not make the three. But luckily, Scott is able to get the layup, bringing Wachusett to 30 points. And she gets a foul for herself.
That's already 10 points for Scott. She also has 4 rebounds, 6 steals, and 2 assists in just 12 minutes of play. So we can definitely expect to see another big game.
Yurkis passes it out to Scott. Scott to Gibbons, to Yurkis, to Gibbons. Gibbons for 2. Oh, bounces back. Gibbons gets a rebound. Dribbles out. Gibbons looking for a girl.
Gives it to Lamfer.
Lamper dribbling it up. Ooh, tossed it out, but unsuccessful.
Leominster dribbling it up. Tries to go for the layup. And they just barely miss it there.
Good defense in transition there by Maya, not fouling and letting the player miss the shot on their own.
Maya dribbling around. Tosses it to Gibbons. Yurkis. Yurkis under. Oh!
Yurkis a lot tonight. She's definitely the tallest and biggest player, and her ability to post up makes it so any pass in, she can also pass back out, which we've seen there with Lamper and before with Gibbons.
Oh, yeah, she's just like a perfect person to have right by the hoop.
You toss it to her. Boom, she'll give you that layup right there.
7th steal there for Scott as
And
Lamper finishes
Lamper,
the
another
layup
layup.
and increases the lead to 28 here. 3 minutes left in the second quarter. That was called a foul on
Yurkis, I believe, yeah.
I don't know. I think she got all ball there. Maybe the refs have a better view, but definitely not in agreement with that one.
Oh, yeah, that might have been a little bit of a flop there, you know.
Down 28, the refs are probably taking a little pity on them, given this exact situation is the only way Leominster has been able to score thus far.
Yeah, you know,
When you see roadkill on the road, you gotta have a little mercy.
I mean, all 6 points there are coming from free throws, so not exactly what Wachusett looks to do, but if they can get rid of their fouls, they can get rid of Leominster's points, which I think this team will be able to do, especially after halftime.
Maya goes for 3.
And she gets it! That was a swish, let me tell ya.
That is her second varsity bucket of the season, of her career actually, as a freshman, so I've been here to watch both, and I can definitely say her 3-point shooting is what makes her so special and what gave her this opportunity in the first place. Gibbons and Yurkis check out for Lucy and Ruth Marcel. Into Murray, who finishes.
And Leominster gets that fadeaway too.
She is a freshman, but she is definitely one of the strongest players on this team. She has led them to, they have a 4-1 record as of now, I believe, so she has led them to this point basically on her own. As we can see, she's the only one to have a field goal so far. Lanford here waiting to take her 2 free throws after she was fouled. That was the team 4th foul. So
And Lanford gets the free throw there.
Wachusett will be in the bonus soon with 2:25 left on the clock in this half.
And Lanford gets the second. That Wachusett lead is going to be brought to 37. Leominster 8.
Lanford draws the charge there. It's going the other way. That is one of her most underrated skills. Coaches love when players take charges, and she really knows how to set her feet and fall back and get those offensive fouls. Maya here.
I believe Coach Ox was just telling Maya, hey, let's go easy here.
I mean,
If I'm not mistaken.
up almost 30 here, but it's not even halftime yet, so they're looking to a potentially 60-point lead if they keep up this pace.
Ooh.
But Lucy tries to draw the foul like Lanford, but she was not set, and that results in an and 1 for Murray. She is starting to get going, and that is not what Wachusett wants to see here. Miss there. Gibbons to take it up.
Gibbons tosses it out to Maya. Maya dribbling around, tosses it to Lanford. Lanford to the corner to Gibbons. Gibbons tosses it over to Ruthie. Ruthie with the layup. She cannot be successful.
Now, one thing Marcel does very well that not a lot of players talk about, but she is able to get a lot of offensive rebounds. Against Shrewsbury, she had at least 3 or 4, so she can give Wachusett second point chances, which is where they see the majority of their points.
I love to see when Ruthie gets a good chance. She was, I had Spanish with her last year. Definitely one of the kindest souls I've ever met. So nice to anybody.
I mean, last year she didn't see a lot of court time, but in her senior season it is definitely increasing by the game. I know the players all love her. I loved her last season, so I think having her as a positive energy on the court is what she can unify this Wachusett team and help them play a lot more together. Murray there against Yurkis, rebounded by Marcel. Lanford to Quinn in the corner.
Quinn looking for a girl. Passes it to Yurkis. Yurkis back to Quinn. Quinn for 3. And it's a 3 for Quinn.
I think she's officially out of her slump tonight.
Definitely. Hey, you know what they say, Viola? Pressure makes diamonds, and let me tell you, Hannah Quinn's looking like a diamond right now. Diamond in the rough.
Definitely. She's the perfect 3-and-D player, I would say. She can shoot well, and she can defend well. She gets back there, and is now up as Gibbons pushes her in the corner. Just short, but Yurkis collects and scores.
And with 20 seconds left on the clock, winding down, Leominster's just going to try to make a run here for a few more points before they go into the half, but
I don't know, Viola. This
is looking very bleak for Leominster. And it's going to be counted down here. Can Lanford get a shot off here? Yes, he does! What a hell of a shot there!
Buzzer beater there as Wachusett increases their lead to 31 with the score of 44-13. Definitely their strongest, most high-scoring game this season, I believe.
Oh, yeah.
They're doing everything right, applying defensive pressure, they're shooting amazing, making their layups, and putting together a masterpiece here on Silent Night with a packed crowd.
You gotta love it, folks. You gotta love it.
Alrighty, well, I think I'm going to be departing here from the broadcast for tonight, but
Thank you for having me, Viola. I really appreciate it, and I wish you the best for the rest of the broadcast because, well, this is looking like a really good game to announce.
Yeah, thank you for joining me today. I definitely think I've had fun so far, and I can only expect more in this second half, so you'll definitely want to stick around for that.
Oh, definitely. Alrighty. But we're just going to take a quick break here as we go into the half. And when Viola gets back here, she will lead you guys through the rest of the game. But thank you.
Adios.
Now, highlights from the last Wachusett game, which was away at Shrewsbury, which there's a boys broadcast at the time, but I managed to go to the girls game and get some footage. So here are some of the highlights from an amazing game at Wachusett. They doubled up Shrewsbury. I think they had around 60, so definitely a strong performance leading into this even stronger 1-10 night. So here that is.
Don't rearrange it.
Definitely a really strong game for Wachusett. I think Sophie Gibbons really shone there. I haven't seen her perform like that since last year, so it was nice to see her back in her element. She's always been a great player coming from a great family, and we can already see, Sophie followed in Mary's footsteps, and now we can see Lucy following in theirs. So, just what you want from a superstar family, and we can definitely expect to see more of them in this second half here, which we'll be back for shortly. About a minute left here during this halftime break. I can only imagine Coach Ox had a lot of positive things to say about this performance so far for Wachusett. Up 44-13, showing no signs of stopping even as they made the late push there with a Tegan Lamper buzzer beater. Normal starters on the floor here for Wachusett. They are starting with the ball as Lamper prepares to throw it in to Gibbons. Gibbons to Quinn. Looking into Yurkish. She gets it there. Two-man game as Quinn almost loses it, but manages to recover it. Calling for Yurkish. Definitely looking to get it into her a lot more tonight. Scott goes up for the layup there, but is blocked. Definitely not something you normally see from her. Normally able to finish through most things, but it is Leominster ball. Keenan into Kinsengit. Hattenberg on the cut there, misses, but Lemansky is able to clean it up. Yurkish with the offensive rebound and put back. Kinsenge. Double dribbles with Yurkish on her, and it's going back the other way. Lamfer bringing up the court, which we don't see as much recently, but still her main role. Gibbons floats it into Yurkish, who can't finish, and Gibbons fouls there over the back. Definitely not a big deal there, as Wachusett is up by 31 right now, but want to see a disciplined team, so I'm sure Coach Oxford isn't the happiest with that. Kelly almost loses it out of bounds, but throws it into Scott instead. Scott and Gibbons with the layup. Keenan from deep airballs it, but Hatterberg saves it inside. She tries again. Not quite the same result, but she still misses as Scott fouls Kinsenge down low. Spier side out of bounds here for Leominster. Keenan to Kinsenge, who pulls up on Yurkish and airballs again. This Wachusett team has been short. Not Wachusett, this Leominster team has been short quite a few times here. Yurkish flashes as Quinn dumps it in. Back out to Quinn. Long on the three. Leominster gets the rebound up to Keenan. But Scott forces her to dribble it off of her leg and chase it all the way back to half court. She pulls and is blocked by Scott. Definitely haven't seen as many blocks from Scott tonight, but that one is definitely not a common play. You don't see a lot of blocked threes. Jalen Scott's definitely wingspan helped her there. But Wachusett fouls yet again. That is 4 team fouls, only 2.5 minutes into this third quarter. So you can probably expect Leominster to be in the bonus as Scott steals it and is fouled. She will go to the line and shoot 2. So far, Jalen Scott has been perfect, 5 of 5 from the field. Not so much the line, as we can see she misses there, but she also has 8 steals, so she's definitely racking up the points. Yurkish is 9 points on 4 for 4, so Excellent shooting night here for Wachusett. Even on top of that, Lamfer is 4 of 5 with 10. So this is exactly what you want to see. Efficient shooting. And second chance points, which Wachusett is able to grab the ball here. Tie it up, but the possession arrow goes to Leominster. Keenan taking it up the court. Looking into Murray, who's posting up on Scott. Can't get open, and air ball's long there. Gibbons to Quinn in the corner, back out. Back. Keeping the ball on one side of the court here. Scott shoots from the top, misses. Hannah misses again. Definitely not an ideal possession for Wachusett. Not a ton of ball movement, keeping it in one corner. Michaela Long on the three. Murray puts it back. She is so far the best player on this Leominster team. Only one to really score very many field goals, which explains the 17 points over halfway through this third quarter. Quinn knew that one was off, but Gibbons gets the rebound regardless. Into Yerkes, back to Gibbons, which is long. Gibbons and Keenan knock that one out, but it is Leominster ball as Quinn checks out for Maya Mazares. Bonanno misses the three. Mazares rebound, but she steps on the end line apparently, and it's back to Leominster. Wachusett calls a timeout here, probably to organize their little bit of messy play style we've seen in this third quarter. They are still up 49-17, so even with all of these mistakes we've seen, they're still able to cause just as many for Leominster and keep this massive lead they've amassed. At this point, it is simply about getting to the end, and that's what we hope to see Wachusett do here as we take a short break. We are back now as Leominster takes it out on the end line. Kinzenge looks to throw it in, gets it into Murray, but Scott with the deflection and Gibbons collects it. Right there, Murray steals it back and she is fouled by Gibbons. This, as you can hear the people in front of me screaming, that is 5 team fouls for Wachusett. So regardless of whether that was a shooting foul or not, Murray will head to the line to take 2. Hits the first there. And makes the second. 30-point lead here now for Wachusett. Maziarez to Gibbons to Lamfer. Ruth Marcel has also checked in the game here for Yerkes. Lanton almost grabs the rebound there, but cannot. A little bit of commotion at half court as Gibbons tries to get the steal on Murphy. But she misses there. And rejects the layup there. Definitely coming out of her shell here for sure. Will be Wachusett out of bounds. Gibbons just a three. Scott collects the rebound. Maziares. Back to Gibbons. Definitely trying to drain some clock time here with this 30-point lead and a full quarter to go. Maziares fakes out Murphy, but can't secure the layup as Marcel with the pass. Offensive rebound and assist there to Sophie Gibbons. That puts 4 Wachusett starters in double digits. And to go with that, Jalen Scott has a double-double with steals. And with a couple more rebounds, she'll have a triple-double tonight, I believe. The pace she's going, it's definitely feasible. Steal there for Leominster. Husenge on Marcel. Out to Keenan. Stolen by Scott, who floats it in, can't make it. Gibbons with the rebound. Out to Lamfer. Marcel tries to get it back to Lamfer, deflected, but she grabs it back. Sophie looks to slow down the pace of the game. Scott, as commotion there. Madeline, it's fouled there by Lamfer. She was vertical. I don't think I agree with that one. But she will go to the line to shoot 2 regardless, as Yerkes and Lucy look to check back in. Bonanno here, playing just as a sophomore. They have a very young core here. She is a sophomore. Murphy is a freshman. So definitely a bright future in store for this team. Yerkes and Gibbons check in along with Michaela Wright. First time in the game for her here tonight as Wachusett starts to utilize more of its bench with their 32-point lead they've amassed. Sophie takes it up. Mazares in the corner. Tries to get into Yerkes in the post, but pass stolen. Murphy, guarded by Wright, travels there. One too many steps. Gibbons, Maziares into Yerkes successfully this time, but she loses it anyways. 2 back-to-back possessions that ended in turnovers for Wachusett. But the same thing for Leominster as Kazege steps on the end line. Definitely not super organized basketball here. Definitely letting go of the reins a little bit for Wachusett, but still maintaining this lead. Gibbons to Maziares. To Lucy in the corner. Still trying to get into Yerkes when she is not open. That pass has not been open much this far. And there's a clock error, so all of that momentum goes to waste here as we take a stoppage in play. trying to get that clock sorted out. And we'll be back very soon.